Hello folks, and welcome to the Home Business Helper Training Station. My name is Earl Teets. I'm the founder of the Servants Team Missionary Outreach, and it's really an honor to present to you the Home Business Helper. It's our way of giving back. We understand that the home business market is the most lucrative market on the planet. We also understand over 95% of people in that market fail. We also understand over 90% of the companies offering you success in that market are completely full of crap, and they're scamming people left and right. So if we can bring you the truth, it might take us a while to get our feet wet in the market so people find us, but eventually the truth sets you free. And that's in a nutshell what the Home Business Helper is all about. I've got 20 years experience in this industry. I've worked with some of the very best in the industry. So what I'm about to share with you is really important. It's the first video of training in the Home Business Helper training station for a reason. It's the most important fundamental that you could ever have in your home business career. So I want you to listen to what I'm about to teach you because it's really important. I'm also going to refer to one of the most famous leaders ever followed in the history of Earth. I'm going to refer to the most sold success manual ever printed over the last 2,000 years. History has success, and success leaves clues. So the best of the best of the best is where I got my information, and I'm sharing that with you. Who did I learn from? Should be your first question. I knew I was going to run a missionary outreach. I knew I was going to run a home business helping platform. So I understood the importance of leadership. I understood the importance of love. I understood the importance of wanting to learn from somebody that's already done what my goals are. I learned from John Maxwell. There's a picture of him and I together. And I studied a lot of his material for a lot of years. Even met him in person and learned from him. Another one, his name is Paul Morris. I still work with this man. He has over 40 years experience at taking people from zero to $1 million incomes. So I really did learn from the best of the best, and the one thing that they say was the most important thing was the one thing where I made the biggest mistake in my career. I thought setting goals was not a manly thing. I thought setting goals was for weenies. Gotta be a man, I want to go do the work, roll up my sleeves and make some money. Show me the meat and potatoes, right? That's how my concepts were in the beginning, and you know what? It cost me a lot of money because I didn't pay attention to the most important fundamental. If you do understand setting goals, where did I learn from this? Well, a reading habit's really important. We'll go into that on a different training, but I got kind of a stack of books here to show you I've actually got the books. I don't just tell people to read them, but Think and Grow Rich is a very powerful book that's made a lot of millionaires over the years. Napoleon Hill's the author, and he states the importance of having a definite major purpose. And if you don't have that definite major purpose, if you don't have that vision, if you don't have that desire, what's going to happen? There's going to be challenges that come up in your life, and those challenges are going to become more important than the goal you're trying to accomplish. You're going to forget about your goal, and you're going to fail on your mission. That's the bottom line. It's crucial that you set goals. We're going to talk about setting goals in 3 major places. We're going to talk about the importance of being able to set them. Okay? One example I'm going to give you, the best way I know how, is it's kind of like building muscles. It takes practice, it takes effort, but once you put it in play, it works. So how can I relay that to you? Well, when I was in high school, I graduated in 1993 and then joined the Army and went and jumped out airplanes. Woohoo! But that's over 20 years ago. Wow. When I was in high school, I set the high school record for the most consecutive push-ups at one time, 250 some. And at 37 years old, I looked back at that and I thought, you know, I bet I could still crank out 100 push-ups. I barely got 20 out. So I made it a goal at 37. I'm 40 now. I'm going to get back to 100 push-ups. And it took me about 6 weeks, and I got back to 100 push-ups. But how did I do it? I started with that 20 for 1 week. Week number 2, I did 25. Week number 3, I did 30. Week number 4, I did 40 every day. And it's a process, but each day each week the muscles got stronger. Each week the goal that I couldn't see before got reached. Speaking of goals that you can't see, I'm going to talk about Jesus Christ, the most powerful leader in the history of our planet. Whether you believe in him or not is completely irrelevant to what I'm teaching here. What I'm teaching is a fundamental that's over 2,000 years old, and that's what I want to point out to you. Look at Jesus and Peter walking on water. Okay, Jesus says, hey, Peter, come here. And Peter, he gets out of the boat. All right, it's Jesus. And he's got his eyes on Jesus, and he's going forward towards his goal of getting to Jesus. And what happens? He took his eyes off of Jesus and sunk in the water. He started thinking, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to be able to walk on water. Oh, no. I'm so far away from the boat that if I start to sink, I'm going to drown. Jesus, help me. What's Jesus say to him when he saves him? Oh, ye of little faith. Look at Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. Even though you can't see your goal manifested right now, you can believe it to come to pass. You can put in a certain set of daily actions that will make that goal come to pass, and it will happen like clockwork every time when you've mastered the art of setting goals. It's really important. If you don't have that vision, you're going to give up on your dreams. You don't want to give up on your dreams. The last thing you need to do in the home business industry is also take the opinion of an employee. They're not an entrepreneur. They wouldn't know how to make money running a business if their life depended on it. So if they tell you as an employee to make their money for their family that your home business isn't going to work, how would they know? They've got no experience as an entrepreneur whatsoever. They might be good at what they do at their job, but you wouldn't go to a plumber and say, hey man, my wife needs heart surgery. Will you come here and give her a triple bypass for me? I mean, that's about how much sense it makes to go looking at an employee and asking their opinion on how to build a business. Don't do that, folks. Understand, we're talking about setting goals. It's really important. You got income goals, you got your work goals, and you got your prize goals. Your income goal, maybe you start out at $1 million, okay? If your main goal is $1 million, start at $300 a week to $500 a week. And then when you get to $500 a week, $700 a week. When you get to $700 a week, $1,000 a week. Set those goals in increments. When you set work goals up, what are you going to do knowing that there's no such thing as something for nothing? What is it that you're going to do on a daily basis that's going to get you to that goal? You need to set your goals in daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, quarterly goals, yearly goals, 2-year goals, 4-year goals, and 5-year goals. And when you got all those goals put together, and you put all those goals into writing, which is what you have to do, it's going to position you in a really good position. Why? You'll have a vision, you'll have a focus, and when obstacles come up, you stay focused on your vision. You're not going to sink in the water like Peter did. If he wouldn't have took his eyes off the prize, would have kept his eyes on Jesus and stayed focused on what Jesus wanted to tell him, and we don't even know, do we? So, it's important. Keep your eyes on the prize. Stay focused on setting those goals. And if you don't have goals set, I'm a phone call away. We'll set some goals. We'll get you in motion. But if you don't have a vision to drive you, you're flying blind. It's really important to have those goals. So, what was the vision that drove me? Okay, I made a lot of money in the home business industry. When I got home from the Army, there wasn't a whole lot of demand for guys who could jump out of airplanes and fire M16s. So I dove into home business, and I learned quick. I worked hard, and I succeeded good, but I also played hard. I grew up around a bunch of alcoholics, so that's what I became, was an alcoholic. I haven't had a drink for over 8 years, so don't think you're learning from a drunk is going to take you nowhere right now. But when I started my life over again 8 years ago, I had ruined everything I'd worked my whole life to accomplish. So I had to set goals to start over again. And the hardest thing for me to do was set a goal. What am I going to do 5 years from now when the doctors are telling me that I've only got 3 years to live at best because I destroyed my liver and destroyed my kidneys? This is impossible for me to live more than 3 years if I listen to the doctors and the people around me. But I met this guy named Jesus. I learned how he could speak to me through his word in the Bible. And according to the Bible, all things are possible with God. It's the first lesson that the angel Gabriel taught Mary when she found out that she was going to be the mother of Jesus Christ as a virgin, when this is supposed to be impossible. Well, I learned through forming a relationship with Jesus how to accomplish many things that are supposed to be impossible. So my passion was to put together a ministry outreach and build a home business platform that will support that ministry outreach, so I don't have to beg people for donations. I just teach them how to set goals, how to put a set of work actions together, and how to create the success. Some are going to do it, and some are going to tell me I'm nuts. I realize that. I just keep going forward. It creates a self-supporting outreach that allows me to get fruit on the tree for Jesus Christ. That's my whole mission. That's my goal. That's my vision. So when somebody comes up to me, like today, I should be out fishing and enjoying the Montana, but I know there's people out there that are starving in this country. I know there's people that are looking and desperate, leading away. So that would distract me from my goal. Fishing I can do later. This training video is important, so that's what I'm doing. So if you understand what I'm getting, hopefully you realize the concept. You've got to have goals. You've got to have a vision. They drive you. You hang on to them through the challenges that arise, and you're going to hit your destination. Folks, the Bible makes a promise. In Romans 8:28, all things come together for those that love the Lord. I love the Lord, and I'm glad that you guys are here at this spot. I hope this video has helped you. We look forward to bringing you more information at the Home Business Helpers Training Station. God bless you, and thanks for joining us today.